Talk to me honestly. I'm here.
Look out of the window with all my heart, but I'll find love at the same sort and fall apart. Maybe we can be something new. Are you ready for us? 'Cause I'm ready for you. Are you ready for us? We can be something new. Are you ready for us? 'Cause I'm ready for you. Are you ready for us? To be something new. We'll follow where the wind blows and see the heights. Late walks to let go, taking the sights. Maybe we can be something new. Are you ready for us? 'Cause I'm ready for you. Are you ready for us? We can be something new. Are you ready for us? 'Cause I'm ready for you. Are you ready for us? To be something new. All honesty, we're slipping off slowly, so hold on to me. All honesty, we're slipping off slowly, so hold on to me. We can be something. Are you ready for us? 'Cause I'm ready for you. Are you ready for us? We can be something new. Are you ready for us? Oh, 'cause I'm ready for you, ready for you. Are you ready for us? We can be something new. Are you ready for us? Are you ready for us? We can be something new. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Good
Be
evening.
something new.
Am I getting? Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday, May 30th, 2017, and I wasn't sure if my mic was unmuted or not, but apparently it is because I see my intensity meter thingy. What's it called? A VU meter? Anyway, the meter's going nuts, so it's clearly picking up my voice. Hello and welcome. What a good start of the episode, as is common for me. So, open up Visual Studio. Probably gonna package out a new build. First one in a while. By the end of the stream. So we're gonna be spending the day doing a bunch of things. Breaking up the CrossStreams plate into a bunch of smaller plates, probably 9 or 12 or something like that. Well, I'll figure it out once I divide the number of tiles it is. 64, so it'd be a multiple of 4 then. Well, good multitude, you get the idea. And since everything is 3, so 64 tiles wide, 3 meters per tile. Harry, I'm saying I'm going to do math later on. I'm trying to do it right now. So 64 times 3. So 192. Yeah, of course, we already did that calculation earlier. So 192, let's see what that divides evenly into. So if we break up into 4 tiles, that'd be 48 meters, which is 16 tiles. So we break up the level geometry into chunks of 16. And if we do that, that means that one tile of whatever light map we have will essentially be, I mean, it's going to be difficult for the edges because you have to have the edges there, but will essentially be 16 tiles worth of light data. So break that up to however, what size you want. Keep in mind, of course, that lighting detail doesn't have to be as, pixel perfect. As a matter of fact, you don't want to be pixel perfect. That's a lot of data. But yeah, so you want to... Oh, hey, Mir. And, I also got hosted by someone. Unreal Engine hosted me for up to 7 viewers. Thank you. So we're working on Check It, as always. And let's start to build. Get some water to, clear up the throat a little bit. Still haven't upgraded to 4 out of 16 because we really haven't done anything with C++ yet. And I don't count yesterday going through and explaining C++. That is not actually working on C++. Right. So we're going to be doing most of our stuff in Blender today, actually. To get... this level into the plate of this level, so this bottom part here, into something that's easy to light map. So if we break it up into, as we said, 16 chunks. So every 16 tiles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that chunk around here will all be one light map tile. And still going for, over. This means that each of the tiles will have slightly off for their light map resolution. Because some tiles will have this little trough and some tiles won't. Which means you're going to have a little bit of stretching in that. And the seam will be a bit off. But hopefully it shouldn't be that big of a deal. If we have high enough resolution. Because if we do it just with one map, let's say it's 2048 by 2048, pixel will be pretty large, and I mean, look at how much it will be. If the camera can only see like this, then you're using a tiny little bit of your texture when it could be over there, right? And also, it takes a lot longer to process as well. Because, well, Unreal Engine is multi-threaded. It can just, break off each chunk into a different spot, as opposed to having one big texture. It just takes forever, right? Right. So that's going to be the main thing we're going to be doing today. Don't think we have anything else that's been pending. For some reason, my audio seems off to me. Not sure if it's something that's set on my end, just going to my headphones, or if it's going weird to stream. Anyway, right. So let's start a game to show everyone what it looks like right now. Let's start a game in CrossStreams, the big map. Oh wait. Oh, okay. 2017. So as it stands right now, we have this whole big thing here. Silver team spawns here. So I start at 6 o'clock, silver team starts at the 3 o'clock. I can change that however I want. And blue team starts at at the 10:30 spawn, so the corner spawn. For competitive, I'm hoping that I'm kind of intending it to be cross spawns, so you know, 6 o'clock versus 3 o'clock, and that would be the competitive game mode. But there could be other ones too that I'll try to balance. And then if someone wants to just go completely nuts, where it's like 2-on-1, like this would be completely balanced if it was 6 o'clock and the castle spawn versus 3 o'clock. It's definitely the team that has the bonus castle spawn will be better off, but you know, if someone wants to play in that way, I'm not going to stop them, right? They have two friends, one's like, oh, you know, I'm great, I can take both you on, right? And then we're going to have some more decorations going up. I'm probably going to have a voxel style stable come up here. A voxel style bridge, probably in almost exactly the same style as I had earlier for that, just with more of a blocky outlook, or blocky basis. And a cathedral, figure out something there too. Which means at some point I'm actually going to want to have a reflective, a collision on the camera. So I'll probably, from the pawn, cast a ray out in the camera direction and see if I hit any decoration mesh, and if so, push the camera in. Shouldn't be that hard. I've done it just recently, actually. I had to do it for Yandere Simulator. I helped them out with that. So you see here, this knight's in range, this knight's not, so I can't grab it. And I can only move the places that are in range, and the range is based on the king position. So if I move my king one closer over, or one space closer, then now I can grab either knight. And I can also move the queen up as well. Kind of liking the art style for this. I wasn't exactly sure, but looks like it should work. I'm not exactly sure how much more I have to do to release a demo, honestly. It's getting along. It's getting pretty close. Bigger. And again, it was kind of timed out that the time it takes to get both knights is roughly the amount of time it takes for the opponent with just a king and a queen to get to around here to threaten your front door. So they can't actually just straight up kill you and like get in, you know, get in there. But they can kind of force you to either jump the wall or head in this way. So if you get both knights, they can pretty much guaranteed get this choke and grab the bishops. So it'll be 2 knights versus 2 bishops. The issue with that is that when you do have the bishops, trying to get back the knights afterwards is terrible, right? Trying to get bishops across a 2x2 bridge, not really going to be very efficient. You're going to move like 1 space at a time per bishop. However, and then the only way back is across this bridge again, so you have to move 2 knights, 2 bishops, king and a queen over this bridge again, when they can use their 2 knights, king and queen, and maybe even a rook if they can get it quick enough. I'm not sure if they can. I don't think they can. Or if you leave it stranded, then they can just kill it, right? So there is that aspect to it. Yeah. So whatever you think of the art style, by the way. I'm really liking how the metal seems to work. Particularly with the copper tiles now, we made them a bit more saturated. And a little bit darker too. And yes, Mirror, this stream brought to you by someone who's not a sponsor. They don't pay me in money. I pay them in money and they provide caffeine. I would like some way of rotating the knights. Well, rotating all the pieces. Because, I mean, having the king kind of off in that angle always seems a bit odd. I am guessing probably the one that makes most sense is to have the piece face forward in the direction of the camera at the time that it was placed. So if you move it like this, it would aim in this direction. If you move it like this, it would aim in this direction. It would stay that way until you move it again. Oh, it can't move there because the knight's there. Okay. And again, my idea for this is to have blocks up here, where it's kind of like a voxel-like water. And then at the end, they would be kind of like falling off the side here. So it'd be spawning kind of like block particles. I would like to have something kind of watery. Like Epic Launcher. Where is this? Oh, cool, Blender. Is it Marketplace or Learn? I think it's a Learn tab. Yeah, here. Something like this could actually be kind of interesting, to have it be just a cube of like water like this. Oh, that's unfortunate. Have that cube kind of falling down. Could be interesting. Probably not that exact material because that is dependent on it's designed to be Z down, not like a cube. But something like that for a cube of water could be fun. Alternatively, I could just have like a maybe even slightly rounded voxel of just like blue plastic, and have that be tumbling off, kind of a metaphor for water. That would obviously be, that would probably be the cheapest in terms of material effects, because there's no translucency, there's no other effects going on. It's just the standard PBR material. Well, it wouldn't be the cheapest. The cheapest would be unlit, just blue or something like that. But that would kind of look kind of cheap and cheesy. But PBR, either metal or metal and or plastic would be fairly cheap to render. It's just a standard lit PBR material. But would that look right? I don't know. There's also the thought of maybe having like pulses go through the metal parts to make it look kind of you know, virtual. So I was also saying as well, I'm not sure what I would really need to ship an itch.io demo. It would be free, so people would need to realize that, you know, there's only so much, you know, quality you can put in something that's free. But yeah, after I started changing this art style, it looks like it's actually getting pretty close. We can get up to around here before the queen goes away. I think the queen gets lost on this one, or could be that one. I think it's this one. No, I could go one more. There we are. Oh, here. The reason why I moved it up is so I can move the knight out of the way. Let's go all the way up here. I guess it wouldn't really matter anyway, because whether it's here or here, it's all kind of one movement anyway. Actually, from here, I could probably move out like that if I want to move out this wide, but... Oh, okay, now from there and then back out there. Okay. Wasn't planning on playing a game, but I haven't actually shown CrossStreams that much here. As a matter of fact, I think probably the silver team's stuck. Yeah, probably the silver team's stuck with the queen. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's starting to move up. So one thing I could do is I could add a last move effect, so you have a shadow of the previous position and kind of a little visual effect. Shouldn't be that hard to do, but looks like the knights are stuck. Okay. So I was talking about last time about killing the was it last time? Was it last time, or was I just rewatching episode 200 for a reason and thought it was mentioning it? I don't know. So yeah, my hope for this is that eventually sometime it will be compatible with mobile, desktop, PC Linux, and maybe even VR as well. Because VR, I mean, you could see how if you just, I mean, this would be bad for right now. I'd have to do quite a bit of changes to make this performance based on draw calls, because the error map's not so much, but CrossStreams. If people get in a position where they can see all 4,000 tiles, that can be a problem. Because 4,000 tiles, 2 materials each, that's around 10,000 draw calls right there. Well, minus disabled tiles would be 1 draw call. So that's that gets to be hard for performance if you want to get up to 90 plus FPS. But the concept of VR, where you can just kind of like, you know, look at the board, look around, move the board around, or you know, move around the board, teleport or whatever, should be pretty useful, pretty intuitive for it. Kind of feel like a board game kind of hovering over. Should be quite on the fun side, but you know, we'll have to see about that. Oh, no, we're not done yet. I was just clicking on the wrong window, sorry. Here we are. There. Let me get it further. Or would I? Yeah, I would. Probably from here I can get it though. There. Well, maybe not. Oh, it's actually moving. There we are. There. Okay. There. So you're gonna see a piece die in a couple moves. But it's designed such that I can't kill the other one down there. I have to actually move my king in range. And death b2 bishop. So obviously needs a lot more decoration, but I think the material we have set up is pretty much usable in all situations. Just changing the base color, maybe adding a bit of variation to it. I say base color, I should mean base colors. There's 2 of them, the metal and the flat. If I want to be more efficient, since I knew they weren't going to beat me there, I could just move my king there and had the bishops kill each other, but, you know. There's efficient and there's fun. Kind of liking this little virtually look to the materials, though. Thinking that the border might be a little thin for 50 with the internal. Now, if I had like this, I could stick to that. So maybe I want to have two different textures, one for small, one for large, or I could, instead of doing textures for the normals, I could actually calculate it based on a material effect. So I would actually generate the normals based on world position. So I have the voxel size, and then, you know, if I know that this amount of size would, you know, have that much bevel to it or bezel to it, I could then calculate it directly instead of having textures that just bake it in, and this checker would scale based on the voxel size. It's possible. Another possibility is that I switch it to have it still be a texture, but instead of how would I do that? I was thinking of it in terms of you know, repeating it on one dimension, but then there's crosses, and then have to deal with the cross as well. I have to blend the two. I mean, it's possible to do that with tiling, basically. The math and the shader would be difficult, though, to calculate the position. But I mean, like, that's kind of how it is with this sort of thing. No, you really can do pretty much whatever you want. Just the question is what you want to actually do, and what are you going to trade off for it. If you want size-independent frames, so like no matter how big the voxel size is, it always has the same size frame, and just the center expands or contracts. One of your trade-offs for that is that you're going to have a minimum size. So, because you can't have it all frame, you have to have something in the middle, right? And then you also have to consider distance as well, because like if I were to do the same width for this as for this, then either this size will be unreadable up here, or this size will be too small over here. Something would have to give. I do like how this looks in the BOM though, so this texture definitely works for the externals. Don't think it works for voxel size of 50 though, unless you're really zoomed in. I mean, it's already swimming here. You can have multiple texture, multiple materials, one for the outside, one for the inside. That would work, you know. I think I should do that, yeah, that works. I'm going this direction anyway. Still confused. It's confused, but it's still dangerous because it can still capture you if you get in its way. It just doesn't know how to do that on its own. The problem, by the way, with the AI is that I haven't hooked up a Pathfinder yet, so it's still trying to calculate distances, like closest distance based on as a crow flies, but they're not crows. And they can't fly, so that's a problem for it. No, I have an A-star algorithm made. I just haven't hooked it up yet. It's there, it works, it's just I haven't hooked it up. The first A-star algorithm we had was using the movement code for all validation. And the movement code is not exactly optimized. I haven't had a chance to refactor it yet. So it was like 15 seconds for a path. Which is on AI thread, so who cares, right? I mean, who cares if you have 15 seconds per path times how many paths you have, right? So regardless, we decided to do an optimization pass on it and got 1,000-fold faster performance. It's down to like I think it was like 15, 20 milliseconds or something like that. It was in the like tens of milliseconds. Not even high either, if I remember correctly. And it varies by the size of the level as well, but for CrossStreams, going from one side of the level to the other, I think it was fairly low. Yeah. Well, the idea behind the A-star algorithm we just did a few months ago was that it copies all of the board state into just the data it needs as a single array. So that's like the best memory access rate you can possibly get because it's just the data you need, small, packed, so prefetch would work on that. The only issue is if you have to jump around the array a lot, but if you're doing things roughly in order, then you are pretty much free on memory calculations because you fetch one and the CPU fetches the next, like, however large a stride is. So it was good on that front. It was also a bit on the ugly side though. What was so ugly about it? I can't remember anymore. Can't remember. Oh, actually, I can just show you the code. Oh, where was that again? Where is? First off, auto hide. Oh, I just had to click somewhere. Okay. Where'd my oh, there it goes. Was it AI runnable? No. I don't think I put it on game state. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Did I put it on game state? Well, I think I put it in turn manager. Yeah, I put it on turn manager. So I have to find turn manager. There we are. I still have some performance debugging thing, but Yeah, so I do a pass to see how much it is, so I can reserve the memory for it. Then I create a chest path node, which is just a data. Yeah, I added created nodes to that. But I do another thing as well. What is that? Oh no, I put on. Okay, yeah. So the current node I also put on whether it can eat and whether it can move. So I grab the information I need for the piece on that node, and I use that to drive the movement. And then you just, do standard A star down this way. Yep. Okay, so as I was saying, let's go to Blender. We've already wasted about 40 minutes. Just, goofing around. Okay. There we are. Okay, so we're going to split this up into 16 even chunks. Which means we're going to have to recreate like a... Well, we're going to have to split them into 16 even chunks, light map them, bring them into Unreal Engine 4, and reorganize them into a 4x4 grid. And that should be enough for light map resolution. So, right. In edit mode. So here's 192. So every 48 meters. So subdivide. What am I doing? There we are. And then move this up 48 meters. Then subdivide. Moves up 48 meters. Looks like the other one will be on this side too. Yep. Actually works pretty well. So we're gonna do subdivide, 3 cuts. Then we're gonna go in here. Grab you, grab you, grab you. Go into over there. Try to snap it such that it is in line here. From here, we have to do the same thing. Make this in line so that way it's a straight up and down cut. And then move this in line there, then move it back -48. There. Actually, let's do there. So I don't have to do that weird mid-cut thing anymore. That should be right where it was supposed to be anyway, but, you know. And then subdivide 3. So now we need to make a cut through everything from here to there. I forgot the efficient way of doing it. There actually is a way of like going straight through something, but Blender cuts, cute cut objects.
At HostGator, nothing.
Oops. Nope. That's a YouTube video. Forgot myself for a minute there. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. Is it bisect? Okay, maybe bisect. Maybe it's along here. Oh, maybe that's not what I was supposed to do. Supposed to select all and then do. Come on. Come on. And do a bisect. So it's perfectly down that range. That should be right. There we are. Zero. Sure. I might have to remove some degenerates as well. What's happening in the other two axes doesn't really matter because we're just cutting around that one, so then remove doubles. Oh, didn't remove any. Was it smart enough to merge them if they're so close? Let's actually see here. So what happens if I do this? Huh, okay. There we are. Cool. Okay, let's go here. So now it's the y-axis that matters much. Oh, whoop. Now we do bisect. Make sure this is 0, 0, and then this has to be 0 because we're cutting in the y plane. May not be obvious what I'm doing, but yeah. Zero and it's 4800. I like that Blender you can do a lot of things by just typing in a number, because there's a lot of times, especially in like Maya, where I just want to type in a number. I know exactly what the point should be, but it's like no, you have to kind of use this tool and move your pivot around. It's like right. So now we have 16 chunks. Let's go back to Oops, that's the wrong one. There, that's the wrong right button. So now we have the level broken up into 16 segments. 9 of them are boring. The other ones aren't too bad. And then we can just split them apart. So go to face mode. We're actually going to save as pixel plate split 1 or split a 1. And split or separate, sorry. By selection, yep. Fair. Edit mode. Separate by selection. By selection. And then I'll write this one. Alright, undo that, and there we are. Select anything. That should be them all. Yep. Separate by selection. Good. Selection. This one will be the annoying one. Got it in one. I guess she's a P key, I guess. Oops. And now I can Do U2, separate by selection. U2, separate by selection. By selection. Separate by selection. I need to separate the last one by selection because it's its own selection, right? It's its own separation. All right. Yeah. It's its own object already. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Different objects. So now we need to make them all work. For light mass, I'm going to make them... I'm going to make them... watertight, like make it a solid object. So let's start with just kind of following on. Okay, now let's start with this guy here, whatever this is. Edit mode. I can not have to limit my selection to there anymore. Automatically merge. Okay, so there we are. In my, actually have to be careful of what your winding order is because that'll affect the normal of the face that's being created, but in Blender doesn't care. Okay. Mode, boom, 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 face. Boom, 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 face. Okay. I forgot that where you're moving the mouse actually matters to Blender. This is going to be a bit of a more annoying one. One quad there, one quad there. One quad there. Otherwise watertight, sure. The good thing about Maya's way of doing that face creation where the winding order actually matters is that you have more control over it. Although Blender seems to get it right each time. I haven't really seen many kit situations where the normal is not the one I intended to begin with. I'm not sure what exactly it does to make sure it's going the right direction, but seems to fool me. It seems to understand me. Watch it be actually nothing. Watch it just be complete luck each time, but yeah. For guessing which normal it is. But it wouldn't surprise me if it would look at your faces and be like, well, everything adjacent to it has normals pointed out, so probably it's not going to be pointing inwards. It's probably going to be pointing outwards too. But I don't know what algorithm that would be. This is gonna be an annoying one. Not too annoying, of course, it's just easy, but a lot more work than the other ones. And by a lot, I mean like 2 more things I have to click. And that's done. Not entirely, but that one, the hard one's done. I am kind of lucky that the cuts didn't cut straight through a an awkward mesh. Like if a cut would have cut through here, that would have been messy, but it didn't. So hey, yay me. You. And the only reason, again, why I'm doing this instead of just leaving the entire mesh as its own right is that light mapping is going to be a pain in the butt and highly inefficient if it's all one chunk. So instead of having one draw call, I'll have 16, but I'll be able to split up the light maps into 16 different maps, right? Hey, welcome to the chat. Where is that? Over there. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Like if in Maya, that would be 2 different normals. What I just did there when I did counterclock was one that did clockwise. Unless Maya changed since Maya 8, which it's changed quite a bit since 2006. But you get the idea, right? Yeah. The version that wasn't even compatible with Unreal Engine 3. Probably some things has changed since then. Okay, back in object mode, grab, where did you go there? Okay. Back in edit mode. Create a face. And then I need to light map each of the, or UV map each of these. I don't actually have to do material maps because, again, our material uses world coordinates, not UV coordinates. For the actual material of it, it just completely ignores the UV channel 0. All it cares about is the world position minus the pivot. But which means I should probably have all these be pivots 0. Anyway, right, so it does matter for the light map UV though. So yeah. I'll need to light map that. And no, I don't actually remember which the order was. I think it was like clockwise. I should look it up after this. No, you. There we are. There we are. So now these should all be pivot to 0, 0. So we're all pivot 0, 0. That's good. Okay. So now we need to UV unwrap this. Right. So UV maps. Light map. Probably should have before I separated them, but whatever. Oh, that's weird. Oh, the vertex and the object name don't line up. Okay. You don't actually need to call it this, you just need 2 channels. It's not like Unreal Engine. Looks for the name light map or anything like that. Come on. Some engines do, they actually, and Unreal Engine does it for some things too, they actually look at names of things and have that correspond to functionality, like if something's considered called some sort of prefix, it ends up being a collision component or something. I don't remember off the top of my head what that matters, and I'm not even sure if it really matters anymore now that they don't use their export tool, now they use FBX. I'm wondering how many times I accidentally did TH instead of HT for light. Let's see here, so HT, 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 HT. Again, this doesn't matter at all, I'm just wondering how many times I typoed. It's like, caught them all. I caught them all. Okay, cool. There we are. So again, this is what we're going for here. And let's go into render mode just because it'll drive my frame rate down. Hee hee hee. There we are. Okay. So now I need to find some way to unwrap this. I'm guessing. Oh, one thing I need to do as well is also do apply scale. So that way the light mapper doesn't freak out. Okay. So here's the easy one. Actually, let's do this here. So yeah, so let's mark the edges that will be visible. So mark seam. So how will this unwrap? It would have to kind of go like this, but would actually stretch. I think it would have to necessarily stretch. So probably what I want to do is I want to cut out here and there to have this strip be its own chunk of the UV. Its own island. What? No. You. You want things to be roughly contiguous if possible, but, you know. Okay, good.
Ripped up sheets of paper, laying right next to her, prayed for something better to come along and save her,
So what I'm trying to figure out is a way to make it such that the invisible ones, because this here, and this here, will all be inside the, well, the bottom you could see if you had the camera able to get underneath the plate, but I'm not going to allow that. So I want to have these occupy as little of the map as possible to save lighting detail room for the stuff that actually is going to matter, right? So I'm trying to think of how I would add that. Let's do here. I got a little there. I can then switch to UV editor. Oh, interesting. Actually, is there a panel I can use without? I can do it at the timeline for now. There we are. Then do unwrap. So I'm getting slightly inefficient. Unwrap. Oh. The inefficient chunk is over here. Okay. So the parts I care about is these things here. So let's grab these here. They're all kind of stretched and distorted. Okay, see that side? That side's visible, right? Yeah, that side's visible. Okay. So these two sides are visible, as well as all of that. So then, undo that. There we are. Let's grab you there, and you there. And let's scale it way down. So scale 0.01. There we are. And grab, move it all the way in a corner. Actually, you can probably move snapping there. Just kind of move it off in the corner there. Let's actually have it a bit larger than that, so we don't get any complaints of like having We are in a lit map channel, good. Yeah, sure, it's fine. Now let's grab the rest of that. Whoa, whoa, oh! Didn't even look up there. Whoops. And now, select inverse. There we are. Actually, why isn't that a seam? Anyway, whatever. Let's go here. And do a box select. And then do a box deselect for that. And then do pack islands. Did I miss one? Trying to think of why it would wanna. What's up with this here? There's gonna be a way for it to use more space, but still be proportional. Let's do island select, sure. Okay. Grab. Maybe up there. And box deselect there. Box deselect. And let's try pack islands again. Let's see if it was confused. Nope, it's even more confused now. That's weird. Let's try this again. Let's do pack islands. Blender, islands, pack islands, use all space. Blender, expand, islands. Right, let's do it by hand. Okay. do scale 1.2. And let's grab this down. There, grab. There, grab. Okay, so grab out there, grab out there. Well, that's about maximum we're gonna go anyway, because otherwise these wouldn't fit on a single tile unless I split them up separate, a different way. I mean. Pardon me. Okay, so rotate. Nice. So I gotta do something on there too. Try to fit this one in because this will probably be the harder one. There we are. I can scale this up a little bit as well because, you know, if you have the available texture room, just use it. So there we go, that's a good UV map. Where? Okie dokie. We have to do this again 15 more times, even though most of them are just gonna be boxes. So, these will be very easy. So let's grab there, edit mode. Mark. Seam. And then grab you there. Oops. There we are, and we're gonna do it in wrap. This is not good. Texture density will be all wrong. That's our point. We're making light maps, and the stuff that we're making very, very small is stuff that is not going to be able to be seen by the camera. So we don't want the light map resolution that can't be seen from the camera to take up much of the texture, because it's never going to be seen. So we're shrinking it down if it's not, if it's under or if it's inside, right? I did pick up Indie Bunny 18, yes. So yeah, the texture density would be wrong, but the texture density will be wrong in the areas that the camera can never see. So that was the goal of it, to save as much texture space for the stuff that is visible. Because, like, if you're a camera, you can't actually see any of these and things here. Or if you're a camera and you're always looking down, as a matter of fact, I'll show the game. And it's funny because the game actually, there's not a whole lot of lighting detail in the game anyway, but the map we're doing, let's do 1v1 this time. Should be 1v AI in that case, but whatever. It's just preset. Looks like this. The camera always looks down. Maybe a bit different in VR, but I'll try to make it so the VR can only, you know, see it from the top if we ever go to VR. But you see here, you can only see around here. So why do I want to waste texture space underneath the object for light maps? Because the light map is the only UVing we're doing. Everything else is based on world coordinates. So the material is set up that every, in this case, 50 centimeters. In this case, every 2,000 or 3,000 centimeters. Every 2,000 centimeters, it does a new tile, not based off of the UV. The only thing that UV actually cares about is the light map. So we're trying to make it such that the density is, you know, correct. Here. Might be able to show it better in chessboard level. So here... Oh, actually not, because we only, yeah. Yeah, we only use default cubes here. Yeah, no problem. So it's intentional, where our density is off, but our density is off only in the places that the camera can never see to save as much texture space as we can for the spots that we can see. So that was the goal of it. Yeah, here. So as you see here, this is actually just a default cubes. We didn't actually UV map these. This was just literally grabbing a cube from here and sticking it in the scene and scaling it. So it's all kind of scrushed and stuff, but that's okay. We can fix it later. But this is the one we actually did. Light map. So, yeah. Anyway, that was a bad example, though. What would be a good example that stayed in the game? I think everything that we actually light mapped is now not in the game anymore. Yeah, it would be old chessboard level, but that's gone now. It's now the voxel art style. Yeah, so I can't show you any of that, unfortunately. Yeah, so we did unwrap here. But again, the only thing we actually care about is the top. So, in edit mode. This is the one we have to care much about, so let's make it as big as possible. That's probably a bit too big. And the other faces. Here, 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 and here. We'll make this island as small as possible. Because it will never be seen. It's inside the other... it's inside, right? When the level is assembled, you'll never see either four corners or the bottom. You'll only ever see the top. So we do this again. Edit mode. But yes, if you could see all sides of something, then you want to have texture resolution as good as possible, because otherwise it will look like it will look like this. Which is a default cube stretched. Anyway. What am I doing? There. Mark. Scene. Unwrap. And once again, grab island mode. We'll be over here. It'd be better if we actually were able to make all these consistent, but... So like this one would line up, but we don't have that option right now. There. Okay, so this one could use a bit more scaling. Okay. Come on, you. Mark. Seam. And then unwrap. But yeah, like I said, you want to have, or as you're saying, you want to have consistent detail if you could see it all. But in this case, I mean, if you can't see it, why are you wasting your texture resources on it? Especially if it's going to end up being stretched because it's an ugly mesh anyway. Or what am I doing? Now in this case, I can see this side, so I want these two to take up as much space as possible and be consistent. So I'm gonna make all of these one island, and then unwrap. Which is going to make this all stretch out of proportion, but again, I don't care. You're never going to be able to see it. It's going to be either inside the mesh or below the mesh. And again, that won't be consistent across these islands here, but it's also letting detail, so it should be close enough that you shouldn't see a seam. We're hoping. Come on. There. Mark seam. Grab all, unwrap. And grab this island. Make it fairly big. Again, it'd be nice if there's one way we could do this all at this. Oh, no. There we are. It'd be nice if we could do this all at the same time, but there. I'm not gonna say there isn't, but it's. Not that I know of right now, at least. I can even make this stretch so I can use more space with that, but whatever. At some point, you're just wasting your time. Come on, you. Now it's like time I can see 4 sides here. Now, if I do it like this, it'll be stretched, so I'm gonna probably want to separate it into different islands. Now grab all these, unwrap. Now I need to make each 3 of these islands roughly equivalent. So you shrink down, send you off down there. A little too much. Be about right. Not exactly perfect, but oh well. Actually, can even do a bit better. Now, I want these to be roughly the same size. I know this side and this side are the same size, so I'm probably going to want to shrink it down a little bit. I guess I can't really do much more than that. Okay. Come on. That should be good. Okay. Same. Unwrap. And I could be more careful with this too, but you know. At the same token too, this is also a proof of concept demo. Only so much you can do.
You can be the stars, you can be the stars for me. Show me that you love me, like the sky so I can see. Tell me something I don't know, take me where I never go. I wanna
Okay.
disappear for a night.
Let's do a save again.
You could be the stars, you could be the stars for me.
Come on, there we are. Now I guess this is gonna be another one of the ugly ones. Okay. Let's actually get rid of my widget. So it's you. Shrink all the way down. Move off the corner. And then you. You're already kind of small, it's fine. You. There we are. And the rest, we just want to make it as space as possible. So this one we're going to rotate that. And then scale it up so it takes up the entire... probably did a little bit too much. There we are. Scale up so it takes up the entire row because that's most efficient. Now to make, let's do, or what am I doing here? Flip x-axis, grab on here, make it scale up. There we are. Again, this is not the best. I'd want to have all of the visible parts be roughly scaled the same amount, but I also want it to be done too, so there we are. That looks about good. I don't know what this weird triangle is there. Okay. Okay. So which ones are done? Display. Might be a little late on this. On finishing today. This one's not done. This one's not done. This one's not done. This one's not done. But is this one? It is. This one. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So 5 left. And then we have to export it. Hey, welcome everyone in the chat. I should also be in edge select mode when I am selecting edges, because typically edge select mode is what you need to use to select edges. Hi, I think it's the Sweet Henrik. Is that correct? Awesome. Not going so bad. So this is all gonna be one island. So let's select this island here. So which means this one's the bad one. So I can make that small. I can make this nice and big. Come on. Yeah, Durs left a little while ago. It's going pretty good. We're actually getting quite a bit of progress done. I'll show you the current status of the level very soon. What we're doing is we're making a light map. Oops. Come on. a light map. Huh? What am I grabbing? A light map friendly version of the level. Well, the plate of it at least. There we are. Okay. Grab your island, bring it all down. And when we're doing light mapping, we're trying to make the... Actually, for this one, I can just do scale fit. Yeah, so actually I should have done this again. Pack islands and grab you and grab there. Okay. So here I'm gonna grab this again. And I'm just gonna do pack islands. Apparently that just works really well. No, this one's not gonna work so well for. This one's gonna be an ugly one because we got 2 sides visible. Our camera looks like so I'll show you what the game looks like. Let's do CrossStreams, which is the level we're working on right now. 1 versus AI. Let's make the AI team blue for no particular reason. So it's like chess, but on designed levels. And what we're designing right now is the base plate, which we're going to put decoration meshes on, but for light mapping, we want to have fairly efficient lighting. And since this is a really big plate, we're breaking up into smaller light maps, which means we have to break it up and then UV wrap each of the 16 pieces. So that way we can have, you know, let's say 16, either 512 or maybe 1024 size maps, which is quicker to light map than one big 4096, which will probably be less efficient anyway. So here we have the king and the queen, and the way this game works is to prevent the queen from just going across the map and killing everything. Everything has to be within range of the king, so as the king moves around the level, you'll see tiles, you know, expand and contract. So if you look here, this will all be disabled, and so will that one, but these will be more disabled when we go, or more enabled when we go this way. And eventually we're going to start working towards the knights. So if you see here, I can now grab this one knight, but I can't grab this one because it's still out of range. And the queen can move all the way up there, all the way up there till the disabled tile here. All the way over to disabled tile here. This is actually going to be a moat. That's the reason for the name CrossStreams, because it's 2 streams, and it's also a Ghostbuster pun. 2 streams that are kind of crossing for a moat for a medieval town. Which inside here, we'll have some shops and stuff like that. And then a castle. But again, right now we're mostly focused on gameplay. And I'm thinking of having the moat kind of like stop here, and you'd have like little blue voxels kind of falling down like a waterfall, because they'd be kind of falling off the edge of the plate, right? Even though it'd be like Minecraft in the sense that you can never run out of water. Source block and all that stuff. Anyway, long story short, that's kind of the idea behind it. So now we're trying to light map this. What art style am I going for? So we were messing around with that for a while. I kind of wanted something that felt a bit like the Mirror's Edge, you know, virtual space. This would be a time trial mod. kind of virtual space where you have the play area inside it. But for the actual play itself, kind of like this, except instead of the voxels being trimmed like this, it would have little metal trims, as you could see, for example, in the chessboard level. Set human versus AI, team 2, Alice, me, go. So kind of like this. Almost Tron-y, almost. And it's all kind of existing in a kind of virtual world. Let's play one game, why not? It's not giving me the quick kill. No! Of course it wouldn't. Everything is done by myself and on stream at that. So if you see something done, it was done on stream. Nothing to do with that. Oh, could I? Oh, it gave me the quick kill after all. Oh, no, I was able to escape. Crap. No, gotta evacuate. Oh, there's something I can do. I could put pressure, although the knight could eat me back. No, that was not worth it. Actually, the pawn could eat me too. I'm probably not gonna play out the full game because it's not giving me the quick kill. Put me in a fork there. That's okay. So put me in a fork so I can kill and trade out. Yeah, I'll trade out because I'll keep the king in check. Although it'll kill me back immediately. Because I was going to lose my knight anyway, or the bishop. Pawns can move backwards, or eat diagonally as well. Oh, it wants to kill my queen. Nope, not gonna let that happen. Oh, the space between the squares because of chessboard, yeah. This is kind of designed to be kind of like a Tron-y-ish aesthetic, so, you know. So move there, all I can do is move the king away. Alternatively, I can... Oh, it could kill my... Oh, it could kill my queen. Well, good game on that one. Back to Blender. So I'm gonna make this one island, this another island, this another island, this another island. No rocks. Not even sure if anyone got that reference. What am I doing? Yeah. The goal of this is to be kind of like chess and design, basically chess and design levels where what am I doing? No, you're fine. Which is funny because people were, I was saying earlier, people were asking me since we started the game stream a couple years ago, That must be a big fan of chess or whatever. No. I thought it was a cool idea and people really liked it, so I did it. Why isn't this shading in? Am I missing a edge? Because this should be all one. Oh, because yeah, the separate's there. Okay. Oh, nope. Mark seam. Okay. Now that should be it. So we got island, 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 big island, 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 and these two. This one down there is there. How many rules this program? I don't know what you mean. So for like movement mechanics, it's very basic compared to chess. There's no en passant. Pawns don't move 2 spaces for the first move because what's forward, right? Things like that, but yeah. So that's you there. So I'll grab this island and let's scale it all the way down. Because again, we can't see it anyway, so why are we wasting texture space on it? Yay! And then let's try packing islands with the rest of these. What am I doing? Let's see what pack islands does. Doesn't do that bad a job, actually. You know what? Let's leave it like that. It'll be fun. Yeah, en passant, no castling, no en passant, nothing like that. Yeah, if you want to see the last 200 some odd episodes are all on my YouTube channel. That starts from when we did the relaunch. We basically started the project 3 times, sort of. The second time we started recording it because we were able to get the Monster Cat license. And all that from then on has been on YouTube, so you see every step of the way. About 1.5 to 2 hours per stream. Currently 3 streams a week. Used to be up to 5 per week. But yeah, and there's also been some long days if I had, you know, had time to kill or whatever. Whoa, nope, that's not right. Might hit the A key there. Thinking of making game dev skills for it at the moment. This is the perfect excuse to learn, right? Well, for fun at the moment, yeah. So, people think that you need to learn stuff before you do stuff, but, I mean, I have a degree in education. I was a teacher for one point. The best way to learn is to do, right? And the best motivation to do is something you find intrinsic value in, you like actually care a lot about. As a result, you're probably best off whatever game idea you have. Start small, like start with tic-tac-toe or, you know, keep between the lines or whatever and keep building up from there. But if you care enough about your idea, that will be enough motivation you'll need to get past the hurdles as they arise. You'll never stop learning, ever. Even like John Carmack and Tim Sweeney is still learning, and they, you know, founded id and Epic Games respectively. So, so yeah, it's a perfect time to, or it's a perfect reason to learn if you have intrinsic value in it, right? So if you have a game idea and it's in a manageable scope, just do it. You're gonna have, yeah. Tactical skills are lacking at the moment, so you use a bow at the moment to train it and learn some code and some basic C#. Again, whatever you need to learn, like, so when you're making a game, you have to think, okay, so how do I make the game? What my project code is, what events do I have to hook into, and so on and so forth. If you do something wrong, your game will crash or whatever. Great, learn to fix it, right? That's your excuse to learn to fix it. So, never come up with an excuse to not do something, just do it. And when you get better, do it again better. That little chunk, right? And then you'll build experience and learn, right? Because the biggest concern is that you are like, I want to learn how to do X, Y, and Z before I do what I really want. So you start doing that X, Y, and Z thing in abstract. You get bored, you stop doing it, and you never touch anything again, especially not those stuff you actually care about. Now, obviously, you're not going to make an MMO by yourself, so there is some concept of scope, right? You need to have milestones before your give-up point to keep yourself going. But the more intrinsic value you have in that project, the longer that give-up point's going to be, the further away it's going to be, right? So you want to just do it. Just start. You're gonna have some errors, you're gonna have some, issues, you're gonna laugh at it in a year or two or a day or whatever. But then you're gonna learn, and you're gonna have that to your skill set, and you're gonna keep advancing, right? So don't be shy of that. I normally have this speech of being like explaining what a first game will be compared to WoW, lol. Yeah, right. Seam. Unwrap. Wrap, scale you down, and then you. Actually, up there. Do Pack Islands. Grab you. Get offside there somewhere. And you're good. Over here. Is there any way to make UV more faster? You mean unwrapping? There is many tricks to learn to UV unwrap. Almost all of them basically revolve around. Do I play chess online now? I'm not really much of a chess player. Honestly, apart from Check It, I really am. Okay, so apart from Check It and playing against Michael Owler like 3 times, I really haven't played chess in like 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. So there. The concept of this game wasn't because I like chess or anything like that. The concept of this game was I was laying in bed before a game jam and thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun if chess was on design levels? And you'd be able to extend the rules to more than just an 8x8 grid. And that was the extent of my thought. And I said, okay, let's do it. And I'm going to stream everything because why not? Then the game jam came and went, and, here we still are. Right? And some people seem to really like it, so hey, we'll keep going. Come on. Come on, you stupid thing. There we are. It's hard when you're grabbing edges that are hidden by other objects, but you can't see what they are because they are, again, hidden by other objects. So this is the only part we actually care about because the camera can only see these faces, that face, and all the stuff inside it can't see. So we don't have to worry about that. That's right. Mark scene. This might be the last one. Oops. There we are. Then you scale Okay, all the way down, then you, Pack Islands. Try to mouse slip there. There we are. So then this was already done earlier, so that should be all of them. So now I just need to grab each of these, export all of them, and then assemble them in Unreal Engine. So I think I just do one FBX for this, because I'm pretty sure the way FBX works now in Unreal Engine, it just re-matches them later on. So check it 4.15, content folder, meshes, level CrossStreams, split. Selected objects, but that was already not there, so that's good. So that's all selected. Oh, I accidentally got my empty as well. Oh well. So now in Unreal Engine, it's gonna say, hey, something happened. And I'll say import all, sure. No smoothing grip is found, that's fine. Oops, sorry. Meshes. Cross-frame. Okay. Now in the CrossStreams, we should be able to, as you see here, this is messed up because we didn't exactly UV unwrap this, so it's all confused. So we're going to get rid of that. And now we're going to take all of these and dump them in the game. And then make it 0, 0, 0. And it was a negative 200, right? Oh, did I mess up one of them? Okay. Oh, that's because it's not using mine, right? Don't generate map UVs, and are you... one, I think it is? Then do a re-import. Save. Okay, so I'm gonna do that on the side here, so you won't be able to see it, but yeah. It's all stretched to heck because it was trying to use its own UVs. Why do I have 3 view channels? Oh, it created one. Okay. So here, and then it created its own channel here as well. But one is what I want because it's the one I generated. So source, and then do actually, let's bring it over here. No, let's leave it there. No, that's okay. I got an idea. Over here. Then we'll grab the one below, move it over there. So now on the main monitor, I can actually look at my microphone. There we are. And then, there we are. Then do a re-import. No, don't generate map UVs. 1 and 1. And then do a re-import. What's going on here? Oh, I didn't do apply. Right. I forgot there's an apply changes button on this stupid thing. And re-import. Send here. Channel 1. Then show UVs there. There we are. Okay. I keep forgetting that stupid apply button. Don't generate UV channel. Then re-import. So what's wrong with this one? Okay. I'm guessing it's just a messed up asset. Let's figure this one out later. I think it's confused. Wait, what? Where? Anyway, it's looking right now. For the most part. So it's looking like it's using the right channels. And that switches to 64 by 64, so if we override and do 512. There's some broken shit here. Oh, sorry. There's some broken crap here. So what's this? Still it. Oh. Okay, so now we go here. So apparently there was some stuff that wasn't right. Grab U. Don't generate light map UVs. 1, 1. Apply changes. Check UV channel. Correct. Save. Why is it all stretched? So this is cube. Split cube 10. I'm guessing I may have messed it up when I export it from Blender. Okay. In which case, grab all y'all and get rid of y'all. Okay. We're gonna go back to Blender. We're gonna export it as separate files. Okay. Yeah, that's right. 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 And it's always in the light map channel too. Oh, did stream die? Doesn't say I missed any time there. Sorry about that. It's always in the light map channel too. Okay, so that's good. Now we're gonna, I guess, separate it individually. So in our Unreal Engine folder, Unreal projects, there, content, meshes, level CrossStreams. Okay. So we need to close on the engine for that. Which makes sense. Try again. Okay. So we're gonna save here, and we're gonna do an export FBX split 1 1. I'm just gonna number them X Y based on that, whatever that corner is. Oh crap! Nope. Let's do that again. Oh, selected objects was on. Okay, well, let's do it again anyway. Then let's do export FBX selected objects 1. So 2 1. Let's do XY. Then do export 3 1. Again, still selected. Export FBX 4 1. The first reprogram I ever used was Rhino. I know that's not what you're talking about, but I figure I'd give my own advice or my own experience there. Two. Oh, ours part. I don't think it's part of Autodesk. Thought they were by themselves still. Yeah, so Robert McNeil. Export FBX. Still selected objects. That would be 3 2. Yeah, maybe there is another program similar name. Four 2. 1, 3. 2, 3. And we're only selecting, again, the plate we want. So 3, 3. Let's take a little bit of a break, but we're going to keep going. Because even though we're running long, I want to get a build out of this, and I want to get this in the level before I build. Which, if I wouldn't have spent 40 minutes playing a game before, or playing CrossStreams beforehand, I wouldn't, had no problem doing this, but... One, 4. BX. 2, 4. Because they still probably got quite a bit of time left on this. Okay, now in Unreal Engine, when we build our engine again, should hopefully, last one you use Revit, yeah. Oh yeah, so I started with Round 3D, did a bunch of the stuff on that, but then I wanted to do polygonal, not just NURBS, non-uniform beat, anyway, rational beat's fine. Import all. Well, actually, I could probably have, no, I guess it wouldn't. Okay. Oh, I probably could have. Oh, well. We're gonna take a brief break, so 1 second. Very funny mirror. Okay, right. So let's keep porting. Should be roughly done. Yeah, it should be done. Okay. So now in about CrossStreams. Now we need to go into all of these. I swear I should have the other ones still there. Oh. Don't generate light map UVs. 1 and 1. And then apply. So now we look at the UVs for channel 1. Should be smart there. Okay, good. Save. What I use. Actually, there we are. There we are. That'll make it a lot easier. Some meshes, level CrossStreams. So this is 1-1. I thought I was being clever. Never mind then. Right. 1-1. UVs. And let's check the UV channel for that. Oh, we apply. Bingo. Now it's just there. Save. 1-3. Over and over and over again. Don't generate light maps. 1-1. Apply. So here. It's good. Save. Don't generate light UVs. 1-1. Apply. Make sure I didn't. I might let me off. These off. Okay. I don't know why they have the apply button, but. Hopefully this will work fine. I don't know what was causing the thing to bug out when I did all of them at once, but apparently it didn't like that. Hopefully this will just work. And we'll have to adjust the light map resolution, of course, but I don't know what that is going to be yet, so. I doubt we're going to get away with 64 by 64, though. That'd be like 1 pixel per meter less than. But I mean, if we can get away with like 512, that's much better than 49.6. So they're all behaving. Changes. Oh, it's clipping out. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Luckily, it's an easy problem to fix. That looks like it's fine. Okay. So let's go back into save that. Let's go back into object mode and export FBX 44. Select objects. There we are. And then re-import. Sure, why not? There we are. Yeah, the edge was slightly off the edge of the... So you see this black line here? This is the UV map, like a full texture. So in order for you to have light maps... Okay, so when you leave 0 to 1 space, typically you'd like either wrap or clamp or something like that and have some weird effects. A lot of times it's wrap, which means that you can, let's say you're doing a texture of a brick wall. You have a brick, let's say a single texture map would be 1 meter's worth of bricks, but you have a wall that's 30 meters long. Well, you just have the wall wrapped 30 times in that dimension and however many in the height. Let's say it's 30 meters long and 8 meters high, which is one heck of a wall. Let's say 2 meters high, sure, why not? 6 feet wall. 3, so whatever. So you'd have your wall on the U, like on the horizontal scale, 30 times, if one texture is 1 meter of wall, and then it would wrap 3 times high. Light maps, you can't do any of that. Everything has to stay within 0 to 1, because if it wraps around or does any weird things, then you're not going to know if the pixel is going to overlap with a different one, and then which side wins, because if the light hits this one at this amount, and this one at this amount, and they're on the same pixel, what light is it, right? Things like that. So mine was slightly off the edge of the texture. Don't know if that was me or Blender with Pack Islands. I'm guessing I accidentally hit the G key or something. Anyway, now it works. So we can, which probably explains why I was freaking out earlier on that corner. Come on. There we are. Oh. So there we are. Grab all these, drag them all into the level. 0, because they're all the same pivot, could do 0, 0, negative 200. I think it's the right size, or was it 300? Why are you freaking out? Oh. No? Did I grab the wrong island phases? Oh. Cube's not supposed to be there. So first off, they're in the wrong orientation. That's okay. Was it 90? So I don't know what I did wrong. Apparently some of these don't like me, so 1.4. Let's look at 1.4 in a content browser. I am very confused because we're seeing it imported fine. Each of these, UV channel 1 is great. Oh, okay. Maybe it should be 0, 1. One thing that would matter. Maybe I'm completely misunderstanding what it's all about then. Should I just save all there? Nope, that's not right. It's behaving a bit more though. Alright, well, looks like it's behaving more, which is good. So now I just need to make all of these a higher resolution. Override, let's do 512. Something's broken with this one. What's broken with you? What are you? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to fix it right now. We're going to figure out what's going on later. For now, we're just going to worry about this. And we're going to have each of these have the material of, what's it again? Material CrossStreams. Oh, right, we just did board, M-voxel board. Save. We're gonna do a lighting, production, build, and let's see here. Might have some broken geometry in Blender. This stuff here, even though it should be fine. Oh. I think I found out what the problem is. It's happening there and there and okay. It might be crapping itself out when it's trying to convert from n-gons to triangles. If that's the case, then I can easily fix that. Right. And we have to remember, of course, that Blender, that it goes like this, and 4-4 is at bottom right, and it's this one here. Let's cancel it. Let's fix it right now. Right, so view mode, light map density. So you can see a lot of this problem happens with the n-gons there. So I might be having a problem actually exporting it. Edit mode. So in air, grab you, boom, grab you, boom, grab you, boom. Grab you, boom, grab you, boom, grab you, boom. Shouldn't actually matter for Blender. I guess while we're here, we're actually gonna remove degenerates as well. And we're gonna do remove doubles. Okay, there's no doubles. Okay, that's good. So let's grab you, then do export FBX. And let's see if this solves the issue. Import. re-import. Come on. There. Save. Does that solve the issue? No, it doesn't. What's going on with this stupid thing? Re-import. I am very confused. I was figuring, okay, maybe I didn't know how to deal with that, but it's confused, even though it's perfectly valid. Unless they really are just too close together. Oh, they're probably too close together. Oh, well, we'll fix that next time. That shouldn't matter for that, though. Either way. We're going to do our lighting build, see how that works. Because the islands you want to have separate, of course. Either way, let's see how it works. You can fix it next time. Hopefully we're not going to have too much lighting issues. I think at a point where both looks like a boat, that's a good start. Congrats. Again, the reason why we're going so late is because this is gonna be the last stream of the week until like Sunday or so. Should be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday each time, each week, but you know, it hasn't been different in a long time, but you know. But I really want to get a build out. Good thing is once the export lighting data is done, the rest should be fairly quick because the tiles have fairly small light map resolution. If you see in the light map density. You know, it can take a whole lot and they only have like, you know, where are they again? $64, so not a big deal. Still confused what's breaking with these guys here. Because it's clearly fine in the actual map, so I don't know why it's not. Right here. This part should go pretty quick. That's starting to pick up a little bit. Because even though there's a lot of maps, it's fairly quick. So we've been going for almost 3 hours now. Yeah. You guys see there's gonna be one point it's gonna waterfall. Here we are. There. Yep, apply. There's still some glitches around here, but it's fine. There we are. So we're gonna save that, then we're gonna play it in the game and see how it looks in game. Let's do 1 versus AI again. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's probably gonna look kind of like crap over here when we get to these glitchy spots. I mean, you can tell it's glitchy if you knew to look for it. I mean, you can tell it's glitchy here if you were looking. Okay. Doesn't look too bad though. Let's see here. So, our frame rate's not the best. I mean, 100 FPS is good, but... Oh, we gotta see it. There. 100 FPS is good, but it's 1080p on a GTX 1080, so... There are some stuff we can fix. It is a long stream, there's... Or, mirror. Jeez. Did it again. And again, the invisible tiles don't contribute to shadows. Poor mirror. Yeah. Poor mirror and actually poor Durs for the ouch. Mirrors now known as Mirror Durs, yeah. So yeah. Still have to figure out what's going on with those, you know, edge pieces here. Why they're freaking out. Even though they look fine in the editor. This is actually really broken. But anyway. So, last thing I want to do today is a package, which might take a while too. So this is going to ask for my file location, so I'm not going to show that even though I've shown it already on the screen. Make new folder. Check it. 4155. There we are. Now we do show output log. Just watching this makes me want to start running a game. Well, that's probably why Unreal Engine's hosting it. Unreal Engine is, I'm not gonna say it's free, obviously, because you have to browse and stuff like that, but you can just get it and use it. You don't have to pay them on a monthly basis or anything like that, so just get it and make a game. You don't need complex models and stuff like that for a game. Are you talking about art style? So the first thing was the problem was the type of style they want. Are you talking about art style or gameplay style? Because there's two different things. Like when it comes to art style, we've been doing this for over 2 years. We just came with an art style 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and even then we weren't sure it was gonna stick. Yeah, gameplay is a bit more on the difficult side because that makes big difference in your code, right? But for art style, you can have boxes, right? There's nothing saying that you need to have. I mean, you can also use the standard content as well. That makes it a lot easier if you want to visualize it. But if you want to make a Mario style game, you can do it with boxes, right? Or whatever. Whatever type of game you want. And then when you get new assets, swap them in. Yeah, I don't block links, so you can send a link if you want. Now, if you're like giving like game IDs or something like that, then you know consider them public, right? Because I don't know what you're gonna be sending. So I'm going to mute the audio for a second while I check check and see what this link is. Oh yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with this. It looks like in Unity, but yeah. Yeah, just that works.
Turning at the thought of any happiness.
Yeah, yeah. It works, right? Now, if you keep building onto that, swapping in assets as you need them or you get them if you're going to be using volunteers or whatever, that's a different story. Yep. There's a lot of details in like even platform mechanics, stuff like that, like how much air control do you want, how much resistance do you want, whether you want to allow them to keep, like, you know, have the button press either force or length affect how high you jump, and a whole bunch of things you can do, and all that affects the feel of the game. Yeah. Well, the style is of a matter at some point, but you don't have to worry about that, right? Because one of the big problems is if you start worrying about everything at once, you're gonna do nothing, right? If everything's coming at your, you know, your consciousness, you're just gonna be decision paralysis, right? So if you can kind of focus yourself down to be like, I want to make this work, then now that it works, you can work on something else, right? The idea. Yep. Take the most important mechanic, start, then iterate, and then move on. And keep moving on and keep moving on.
Never getting over you. You know I fall to pieces for the things you do. Never getting over you.
And Mir has the great advice of worry about everything at once. No, Mir. All the things! Yeah. Oh, I got another link for the boat. Once again, I'm going to mute the stream and then open the link off stream. And then if it's appropriate, which it should be, of course. Well, that's a boat. You made that, Henrik? This looks really good. It's really good.
Once it's all out, I will fall down. I know that it's been coming for a while. While I tried, you were focused on a different heart. Heard it beating, I was needing the reassurance that you never.
So they say about art style, there's not a lot of main choices you can make unless you're a really good graphics artist, and yet the only way to get good at being a graphics artist is to make those choices, right? And then when you made a bad choice, learn and make a better choice. Like, hopefully better choice. Okay, packaging complete. So let's see here. Did this work? We got projects, check it. Registered map folder. Let's move it into here. And then if this works fine. Actually, what I even package it at? Development. Okay. So I can probably close down the editor. And let's see if this works. FPS. 600 FPS, yeah, it makes sense. For the menu. FA, let's do 1VA. Oh, access. Oh, we got quite a bit higher frame rate now. We're up to 170 or so. So I guess a lot of that was because we're on debug game. So we're breaking 120 FPS. Yeah, packaging takes some time, and that was actually fairly short. Full package where you have to like compile share and stuff like that, that takes a while. But we already really used some stuff. So it works. Okay. In that case, gonna say thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.